Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I've decided to start documenting experiences with my son Legend and his healing journey dealing with his rare genetic disorder of HOD. Now on Saturday, which was January 28th, we had to rush to the ER with his home health care nurse because his heart rate levels were consistently high and his oxygen levels were low. Later that night, we got transported over to Dallas from Fort Worth because all of his specialties are in Dallas. Like an hour later, when he was supposed to be admitted, they told me he had to go to ICU, which was like the most frightening time of my life because he's never been in ICU. He had to be intubated and put on a ventilator because he just could not sustain his oxygen levels whatsoever. Turns out he had 2 upper respiratory infections and pneumonia. I put up these prayers, words of affirmation, and messages from Legend's spirit team of angels to let him know that he was covered in prayer. We had a lot of support from the spiritual realm as well as the physical realm with our loving family. Monday, it snowed in the DFW, so we were snowed in at the hospital. Legend was still on the intubator. Prayers did not stop. I was able to be still and hear clearly from the Creator during this time. Psalms 91 was on my heart the morning after he was admitted into ICU. That was one of the verses that I actually put up in his room when I wrote those words of prayer and affirmation. One day, I was walking down to the cafeteria to get food, and I just so happened to look over to the side, and I noticed that Psalms 91 was on the wall as this big, beautiful piece of artwork. And at that moment, I was reminded that it was going to be well and that all things were working in divine order, even if I couldn't understand exactly what was happening at the moment. On Thursday, February the 2nd, he was extubated and they took the ventilator off. How you feeling? Yeah? I hear you. Yeah, you looking good. Can you open your eyes for mommy? After he was extubated off the ventilator, he still had to be on a high level of oxygen that they were not able to provide for him on the regular floor, so he had to remain in ICU an additional day and a half. It was still hard to see him be hooked up to oxygen, hearing him struggle with trying to make sounds, and just seeing him struggle with controlling his secretions and everything. But at the same time, I was grateful that he was off of the ventilator and he could start his healing process to getting better from being on that. The next day, Legend was sitting up on his own in good spirits, showing us that he was victorious in his fight, as always. I'm so thankful for the love and support that we had from our family, from our spiritual team, and the amazing staff at the hospital. You sitting in your big boy chair? Look at mommy. Leggy. By Friday evening, after 6 long days in the ICU unit, Legend was able to move to a regular room. He's been sitting up, pulling up, doing all of the amazing things that he does at home. Good job, Legend. Good job. I see you, buddy. Legend Ezekiel Williams, the strongest person that I know. We hope to go home soon. Download the Book of Corinthian app for more on the journey. Peace and love until next time.